Então tá. Let's bora. Um baúzinho aqui. Ok. Ah, uma espada mais fraca do que o que eu tenho. Acho que tudo aqui deve parecer mais fraco do que eu tenho, né? Tá. Tá, vamos comprar poção. Tá, e é só isso que falta, na verdade. Tem algumas coisinhas pra vender, bem poucas. Ok, então. Show de bola. Vou falar com o brother aqui. Com o Mano Wade.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Alden have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Companheiros diferentes possam ajudar poderão viajar com Clive. Porém, dependendo do destino, eles podem preferir permanecer no esconderijo. Tá. Deixa eu só ver aqui sobre as missões. É foda, você joga cada jogo e cada um o mapa abre num lugar diferente, né? Alguns é no touchpad, outros é... não vai dar nem pra... eu tenho que terminar essa sessão aqui logo, né? Tá, vamos seguir pra principal, então. Vamos sair.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Look at me sideways.
Come along.
The bastards are lucky I didn't have my hats.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now?
E aí, Rafael, tranquilo, mano? Boa noite.
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman
E lá chamou de vagabundo.
could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Esse poder aqui é muito legal, velho.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Ixi, boss fight? Não. Ah, o moveset dele é parecido com o daquele cara lá. Show de bola. Tá de level, né? Aí, 27. Desbloqueei algumas coisinhas aí.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked.
Olha a língua,
We
rapaz.
sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Conseguiu entrar então.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
Ué?
You would mock me as well?
Ah, tá. Achei que tinha bugado, que ele não tinha puxado, que ele tinha tentado puxar alguma espada.
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to her serene holiness.
Ah, ele tá só encenando.
Saint Sybil.
Eu achei que tinha realmente bugado. Mas ele só tá encenando só.
Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
E aí, mano?
You that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience.
Oh, boa, aí sim, mano. Tem que jogar o Mirage ainda. Eu vou ver se esse mês aí de dezembro eu assino, já que eu vou assinar pra jogar o Avatar.
Much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Why then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Nem tô sabendo dessa história, hein?
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Vai ser no MPC e vai ser aqui.
Monsters.
Agora dá pra fazer nos dois, né? A Twitch deixa.
When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. so I became their puppet.
Ah, mas ficar careca de novo?
Strings. Telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become.
Não garanto nada, não prometo nada.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Ah, eu nem falo mais nada dessas legendas de Final Fantasy, cara. Final Fantasy VII era toda doida. Do 15 é a mesma coisa, nem falo mais nada. Eu já desisti já.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom.
Pô, quem dera fosse só a legenda, até a dublagem tá duvidosa. E não é só em português, não.
There are new billets being posted every day. Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if...
Realmente é mais fácil comprar aquela collection que vem o 1, 2, o 3 e o 4, tá ligado? É...
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts? Here you are. All done? Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. I'll be here waiting.
Clive! Here you go.
Think you can help?
Ah, local. Mirada alumiada, tá em Sunbreak, né? Tá, deixa eu ver aqui. Onde é que tá essa merda? Mirada iluminada. O punho de Rosaria. Esse aqui tá em Sunbreak e o outro tá em Rosaria. Mapa mundi. Pô, bicho, sei lá, eu não fico olhando o CPU não, mano. Agora é difícil falar quanto que tá, porque não tá em idle, né? Eu tô fazendo live. Cara, você tá esquentando muito a cabeça, cara. Já falei, cara, 70 graus é temperatura excelente, cara. Porra, 40, 50 graus, porra, bom pra caralho. Posso até olhar aqui, abrir o meu Afterburner aqui e ver quanto... Mas a temperatura tá tranquila. A temperatura tá de boa. Ih, apertei o botão errado. Aqui, é mirada alumiada, é por aqui, não é? Tá, o bicho tá por aqui. Então vamos fazer flash pra cá. Vamos viajar pra esse obelisco aqui.
There's talk that the glass gate flows.
Então tá por aqui.
You'll not find a bruised.
Mas cadê essa missão, mano? Ah, é realmente por aqui. O pior que falou que tá por aqui. Será que aqui eu não fui? Será que é ali? ainda faz parte dessa área aqui? Porque não tá aparecendo no mapa, né? Tipo... Geralmente essa parada apareceria no mapa. Peraí, será que é aquilo ali? Ah, achei. É ele que é da caçada. Aí. Aruna. Aí. Então é ele. Vou já acabar com a barra dela de postura. Mais rápido que eu puder. Acho que eu deveria ter comprado mais uma poçãozinha lá no... Quando eu parei no esconderijo. Dei bobeira. Nossa, a barra de postura dela sobe muito rápido, velho. Aí. Aí. Agora dá pra... Se não matar, vai dar pelo menos pra tirar uma boa vida dela. Nossa. Aí. Foi. Esse aqui foi mais tranquilo do que o outro lá. Mas também tô com mais poderes do que eu tava antes, né? Aí. Agora o outro... Foda que eu vou ter que voltar lá pro... Acho que eu vou ter que voltar lá pro esconderijo pra poder ver onde que o bicho tá, porque eu não lembro o nome do local. Ainda bem que o load é rápido, pelo menos. 2 segundinhos já dou load já e já tô lá mesmo. Tá tranquilo. E, né? Ele. Ele tá no punho rompido, fica em Rosária. Tá.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Ah, quase. Daqui a pouco eu posso pegar essa recompensa aí. Tá, vamos abrir o mapa mundi aqui. Fica aqui em Rosária mesmo. Não, botão errado. Cadê? Mapa local. Punho rompido, tá por aqui então. Fazer flash pra cá. Aí eu já fico bem ali em cima da área. Acho que tem como marcar aqui um ponto? Tem, né? Fica naquela direção ali. Dá uma volta ali, capaz de eu achar a casa. Hora que eu não comprei item de cura de novo. Ah, vai ter que dar isso aí que eu tenho. Será que tá escondida lá pra trás? Aqui nessa parte aqui, ó. Bem provável. Ali. Achou. Esse vagabundo aí, ó. É, ele é de ranking B, um pouco mais forte. Tá bom. Foda que no meio dessa tempestade nem eu vejo também. O bicho tá ali tomando dano, mas eu também não tô vendo ele. Então, se ele me atacar, nem eu vou ver direito. Aí. Tomei um porradão. Não. Sei lá, acho que eu devo estar na metade da história, se pá. Eu acho, não sei dizer. Nem sei se eu tô isso tudo, na verdade. Mas eu acho, pelo tanto que eu joguei, deve ser quase metade. Até pelo ponto que eu cheguei na história lá, pelo que eu vi, né? Pelas coisas que aconteceram. Ah, level 30? Sei lá, acho que tá de boa. Aí, tomou. Tomei. Ah, não, 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 não. Ah, agora eu me arrombei. Ah, vou ficar... Ah, que merda! Vou ficar atacando ele de longe. É nem saber, filho. Eu que não quero ter que lutar com ele de novo desde o início, não. Sai daí, Clive. Isso. Ah, nossa. Isso, boa. Aí. Boa. Agora dá pra voltar. Agora dá pra voltar pro esconderijo. Passar e pegar uns itens de cura, mano. Vai ter coisinha nova aqui agora. É, o próximo não era com 100 e pouco? Acho que era pra liberar os próximos, né? Aí vai ter os outros presentinhos aqui. E aqui será que surgiu caçadas novas? Deixa eu ver. Não, por enquanto só tem essas aí mesmo. Tá. Dá uma passada no ferreiro e na vendinha lá da mulher lá pra comprar umas poções pra mim. Minha vida se cura quando eu venho pra cá? Eu nem parei pra perceber isso. Deixa eu ver aqui. Tá curado. Ok. A missão secundária ali. Deixa eu ver aqui na Carol. Comprar uns itens de cura. Tá. Aqui.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that.
Pra vender. Não tem muita coisa de valor pra vender. Ah, o ferreiro aí. Tem uma missãozinha nele. O bicho tá em depreço. Igual eu.
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud.
Os caras não sabem o que é jogo indie, cara. Impressionante.
I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right. We're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Vou dar uma upada na minha arma aqui de qualquer forma.
I always thought I could teach the best of them a thing or two about working with leather. But oh, I've wasted enough breath talking about it. Be off with you. So, what'll it be?
Por enquanto não tem nada, né? $2.000 pontos. Daqui a pouco dá pra pegar essa daqui, ó.
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it were nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Next all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe. Care Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leather worker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Tem a missão secundária aqui, deixa eu pegar ela de uma vez.
I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
Oh, this? It's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
O grifo. Tá bom. Portão Oeste. Em Sunbreak, tá? Não, aqui é Rosária, é Sunbreak, velho. O que é que eu tô olhando? Aqui, ó. Eu olhei certo, não é isso mesmo? Ué? Cadê? Não tem esse local com esse nome aqui. Eu não tô vendo. Sai daí, bicho. Ah, isso mesmo, Sunbreak, Portão Oeste, de cair, não sei o que. É isso mesmo. Ah lá, portão do... não sei o que. Será que é aqui, ó, essa parte que não tá revelada? Vamos ver se é ali. Ninho de não sei o que. Portão fluvial, portão, prado. Campo de treinamento. Portão, não sei o que. Ninho do não sei o que. Tá, deve ser aqui então, tá? Eu vou olhar aqui, ó. Será que tá pra cá, ó? Tipo... Nossa, eu posso marcar qualquer lugar aqui então, se eu quiser. Tá. Vamos marcar lá no fundo. E vamos ver.
Let's go.
Não, não é aqui. Tá. E aqui tá bloqueado, ali eu nem posso ir. É, realmente eu não sei onde que é esse lugar, não. Eu vou olhar pra cá, talvez, mas... Não sei se é por aqui também, não. É, aqui ele abre o mapa mundi, né? Se eu saio por aqui. Caramba, cadê esse lugar, mano?
Ready, girl? Fly, Ambrosia.
Pô, cadê essa merda, cara? Tá. Ah, então era onde eu tava imaginando que era mesmo. Ué. Tá, então. Então é realmente aqui, ó. Tá, então eu vou ter que fazer pegar daqui. É marcar a área de uma vez. Pego daqui.
Good date.
Tá daqui. Esse é o verão.
Quite talented with that rod of yours.
Opa. Pera aí. Você veria num lugar nada a ver aqui. Tá, aqui não vai dar lugar nenhum. Tá, é em cima então, vai. Então volta. É por cima. Aí... Quer dizer, eu acho que tá certo. Eu venho pra cá, né? É, pra cá. Tá. Agora é só seguir ali que eu chego certinho.
Faster! Time to fight. All right. Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew. Be safe.
Aí o hipogrifo. Nossa. Ô, caramba. Não enxerga nada. Ô, bichinho chato, viu? Passei de leve. Tadinho do grifinho.
Something there, boy. Could that be our man? Are you all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She send you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... Well, actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would.
Right. I've got some griefs to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
Merda. Tá.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we?
Ah, welcome. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do you for?
Unwanted violets, if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Why, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up, hence the name. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer, when there was a war on, that sort of thing. Thankfully, times aren't yet as hard as that. And even if they were, you wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do. 3 Reeds would be your best bet, if memory serves.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Stay sharp.
After what the Empire did to Martha's lot, I'd be daft to stay.
Trailer do quê?
Don't you go causing any trouble now.
Ah, do filme da Furiosa. Brabo. Saiu na Comic Con? Vou dar uma olhada. Anna Taylor-Joy como Furiosa. O Mad Max Estradas da Fúria é um dos melhores filmes que existe, então esperemos que esse daí seja bom pra caralho também, né?
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
Merda, usei a habilidade errada.
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad.
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
I did indeed.
Marvelous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long.
O baiacu também é venenoso, mas a galera come do mesmo jeito, então. Nossa, olha a cor disso, mano. Puta que pariu, eu não dava uma... Nossa, eu não dava uma colherada nisso aí nem fudendo.
I'm not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean.
Nossa, Deus. O bagulho tá até roxo, mano. Ih, o cara vai morrer ali, mano.
Odin's teeth. What assault on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency, there rise complex, meaty notes. It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavors, but never have I tasted anything so.
Nossa.
Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Meu Deus.
I must share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's stew sits before everyone in the hideaway. A single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her own.
Meu Deus do céu.
I'm sure she will.
Coitada da galera do esconderijo. Nossa. Nossa.
That monster's taken quite a liking.
And with a bit of luck. How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a Cursebreaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough narrowing. I've got work to be getting on with.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted, I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
E... Ok. Agora, na teoria, tem coisa nova aqui pra gente poder fazer.
So, will it be?
Aqui, espada. Eu já tenho. Ah, isso aí eu preciso de... Essas espadas aqui, elas são... Essa aqui que eu já tenho, né? Essas aqui são mais fracas. Essa daqui eu preciso de Electron. É um bicho que eu não tenho. E aí eu preciso de massa gelatinosa, que é um bagulho que eu também não tenho. Tá.
Monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. If you're gonna buy some, be quick about
Deixa eu
it.
ver aqui. Tem nada aqui.
It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that.
Tem nada aqui. Ah, não tenho...
Is that all?
Ah, bom, por enquanto acho que não dá pra eu fazer aquilo lá porque... Estão com monstros que vai aparecer da caça, né? Então... Por enquanto, acho que não tem mais nenhum, né? Vou até dar uma olhada rapidinho lá. Aproveitar que eu tô aqui, olhar ali também, ver se tem algum prêmio novo. Mas... Deixa eu ver. É, por enquanto não tem bicho novo, não. Mas aqui vai ter coisa nova.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Eu não sei o que, tá?
All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Aonde na história? Eu acabei de encontrar com o tio dele. Aí eu voltei pro esconderijo.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystal sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drastanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drastanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. Then, thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
It will be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill. When you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
Hein? Então acho que não vai... Aparentemente não tem nenhuma missão secundária. Aqui. Quando aparece aquele símbolo, é porque eu já fiz todas as missões secundárias que tinha. Bom, de qualquer jeito, vambora, velho. Só esqueci de parar pra poder comprar a habilidade lá, mas... Mas eu compro depois, não tem problema, não.
Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
Demônio do gás oculto.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's mother crystal.
Drake's breath.
Reino de Ferro. Sopro do Draco. Vem.
Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen.
A 21.
Sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
All right. Let's go. I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home.
Olha essa trilha sonora. Ah, mas tem hora que ela comete uns errinhos muito bobo também. É igual Final Fantasy VII. Remake também tem uns probleminha. O 15 já tinha. Por que esse jogo tem tanta pouca opção de bagulho pra tirar foto? Ah, fazer o quê? Bora ver.
This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it.
The perfect little shortcut.
Boa noite, tranquilo. Pera aí. Falei que ia comprar a habilidade lá. Putz, não tem o suficiente ainda, cara. Puta merda, viu? Uma coisa eu vou trocar. Essa daqui por essa daqui, ó. Essa habilidade aqui é melhor. Ah, tá em combate, ok. Não dá. Depois eu troco. Quando terminar essa daqui eu troco. pra ver nada quando solta essa habilidade, velho. Agora vai dar pra mexer. Essa daqui... vai ser... trocar por essa. E essa daqui... eu vou trocar essas daqui de lugar, ó. Deixa eu ver. Eu vou pegar essa daqui de laceração, ó. Aqui. Aí aqui eu troco. Aí eu coloco essa daqui. Aqui eu acho que eu não tenho nenhuma... é, só que eu só tenho essas duas por enquanto. Nossa, cara, entendi.
Was that an earthquake?
They happen all the time. That wasn't even a bad one. It's nothing to worry about.
Cara, esse jogo definitivamente vai merecer um videozinho de... não sei se eu posso chamar de análise, mas... um videozinho dedicado a ele. Ah, depende. Essa daqui é boa, ó. É a... aquela faz o furacão lá, ela é boa pra poder quebrar postura. Ela não é boa pra dano, mas é boa pra quebrar postura. Contra esses aqui, no caso, não serve muito porque eles não têm postura, né? Mas contra bosses é bom. Não seria no NPC exatamente. Ah, não. Esse aqui tem postura sim. Eu achei que não tinha. Ah. Ah lá, a postura dele vai embora. É muito bom pra tirar a postura. O problema é que eu não vejo nada. Ah, eu sinceramente já... eu já esperava que aquele tipo de papo de pronunciamento, então... eu não tô decepcionado. Eu não tô surpreso, né? Decepcionado eu tô, né? Não tô surpreso. Então, sei lá. Foi o que nem eu falei, mano. Eu trato agora igual eu trato Nintendo e Sony. Essa habilidade aqui eu gostei demais, né? Ela é muito boa pra acabar com horda de inimigos. Vou usar um super potion aqui. Uma potion normal. Tá, vambora. Vou ter que dar uma olhada nos amuletos que eu tenho aqui. Diminui o tempo de recarga da explosão aérea. Não. Aumenta temporariamente a potência do ataque a cada esquiva precisa. Opa, oh, esse daqui é bom, hein? Esse aqui é bom, hein? Eu acho, pelo menos. Insígnia. Esse aqui aumenta a defesa. Esse aqui aumenta o ataque, né? É o que eu tô usando, né? Aumenta... não, pera. Aumenta o ataque em 7. Esse aqui aumenta o ataque em 12. Tá, vamos pegar esse daqui por enquanto. Aqui eu não tenho nada melhor. E aqui também não. Tá, vambora. Deixei alguma coisa pra trás, será? Não. Vambora. Vem bichão aí, eu acho, hein? Lá vem bichão.
Look at this place. What a mess.
Wait.
Lá vem alguma coisa aí, filho. Eita, nós. Aí, Fen, tá? Foi igual aquele bicho que a gente enfrentou bem no início do jogo. Ô, merda. Podia ter aproveitado. Ô, doido! Caralho, ô, muito bom esse bagulho, velho. Tá, pera aí. Vamos tentar quebrar a postura desse corno aqui rápido. Vambora. Postura vai embora. Eu posso ficar de boa aqui de longe lançando uns raios aqui, vai. Ó, já foi quase metade da postura já. Antes de gravar os vídeos pro canal novo, eu queria arrumar um tripé maior pra câmera, pra eu colocar a câmera atrás de mim. E aí, os cenários de fundo ser a TV, né? Que eu vou colocar alguma coisa e tal, ficar com a luz aqui do LED. Porque, pô, virado pra cá é muito sem graça, não tem nada aqui atrás de mim, tá ligado? Tipo, é a cadeira e o meu guarda-roupa e a porta. Aqui, pelo menos, teria um cenáriozinho mais legal. Eu tenho que comprar um tripé maior, daqueles que vai no chão, tá ligado? Porque o tripé que eu tenho aqui é pequenininho. É daqueles... de mesa mesmo, né? Vou ver se eu encontro o seu... Quer dizer, você encontra não, né? Existe, né? Vou ver se eu compro um tripé desse. Ih, caralho. Não, volta. O que eu tô fazendo? Aí, acertei na hora certinha. Aí. Agora foi. Cadê? Apertei o botão errado. Vambora. Nossa, esse ataque aqui é bom, hein? Agora é você. Ixi. Não pegou nele. Ele saiu do alcance. Aí não tinha como, não. Onde esses tentáculos estiver aí, eu vou ficar atacando de longe. Na teoria, como o bicho é de água, ataque elétrico deveria ser bom contra ele, mas nesse jogo não tem isso, né? Então... Não necessariamente água também, né? Ele é mais venenoso, né, do que água, exatamente. Inclusive, é uma parada que eu não, é uma das paradas que eu não curti no jogo, essa parada assim, tipo... Os poderes só mudam a cor, não são realmente elementos. Uma parada que tem em alguns outros jogos da franquia, né? Uma parada, por exemplo, Final Fantasy XII tem. Aquela parada de você usar a Phoenix Down, por exemplo, num inimigo morto-vivo e ele morrer na hora é genial, cara. Tipo, é muito foda. Tem esse tipo de coisa no jogo. Esse jogo, como um RPG, como um JRPG mesmo, ele é meio decepcionante em muita coisa. Mas o jogo ainda assim é muito bom, então... Sei lá. No final... Acaba não importando muito pra mim. Volta aqui, bicho. Para de correr. E tomei. Nossa, eu vou morrer. Aí. Nossa, consegui atordoar esse corno na hora certa. Cadê? Aqui. Agora vai. Agora vai, filho. Agora. Agora vai. Aí. Acho que agora eu devo ter poder lá pra pegar a habilidade que eu queria. Não é possível.
Press on.
Yes.
Ah. Ih, chegaram no Brasil, mano. Agora... Aí, pô. E ainda sobrou 140. Dá pra comprar alguma habilidade. Deixa eu ver isso aqui. Não sei não, hein. Eu prefiro esperar e ir pro grade essas daí, ó. Ah, vamos trocar. Qual que eu troco? A vantagem dessa daqui é que ela acerta a distância. As duas dá dano parecido. Só que essa daqui ela atordoa mais, né? Só que essa daqui ela acerta a longa distância. Só que eu acho que a outra também acerta a longa distância, né? Essa daqui, ó. Ah, então essa daqui já vai acertar a longa distância. Então tá, então eu vou trocar por aqui. Mas aí eu vou lá e troco essa daqui por essa daqui, ó. Pronto. Tá aí.
It's like a furnace in here.
We're inside the volcano. You get used to the heat, though I don't remember it being quite this hot.
Nossa, olha essa trilha sonora, vagabundo. Muito foda, mano.
Was that cause for concern?
It was. And they're getting bigger. Something's wrong.
Cara, esse jogo tem uma das melhores trilhas sonoras que eu já vi, cara. Se ele ou Alan Wake 2 ganhar no TGA, eu vou ficar muito feliz. A pena não ter Starfield lá concorrendo à melhor trilha sonora, porque também é muito foda. E provavelmente seria minha favorita a ganhar, mas... Qualquer um das... Se tivesse concorrendo, mas qualquer uma das três ganhasse, eu ficaria feliz, porque... A trilha sonora desses 3 jogos é absurda. Esse pica do Sea of Star também é muito boa, né, cara? Ah, que eu sempre falo, trilha sonora é uma parada que joguinho não costuma errar. Mesmo jogo meio marromeno, meio duvidoso, costuma ter trilha sonora boa, velho. Por exemplo, Resident Evil 6 é um jogo tenebroso. Mas o jogo tem uma trilha sonora boa. Ah, essa habilidade é gostosinha de usar, cara. Junta todo mundo ali num cantinho. E desce a porrada, mano. Dá pra descer ali? Não dá. Não, pera aí, eu vou lá do outro lado então pegar aquilo ali. Pô, vai que é uma poção. Ou uma super potion ali que eu tô precisando. Não, vou dar esse molinho não. Ah, era uma poção mesmo, olha lá, ó. Não, se bem que aqui não acho que não é o mesmo lugar, sei lá. Acho que não sei se... Não, é sim, tá ali. O corno. Ixi. Nossa, esse bagulho dá muito dano, mano. Eu só não sei pra onde que é o caminho principal. Não sei se eu tô indo pro caminho principal ou não. Ah, aqui então é o caminho principal? Então eu queria dar... Eu não quero ir pro caminho principal primeiro. Eu quero dar uma explorada. Pegar as paradas secundárias antes. Não tem mapa aqui dentro? Ah, tá. Então os dois resultam no mesmo lugar, né? Tá. Ok. Então tá. Agora é só ali mesmo que eu tenho pra ir.
not do that again.
No. Let's not. They don't look too tough.
Perhaps not alone, but in numbers like these.
That's better.
Well, we aren't going this way.
Let's look for another path. Drake's breath.
We're nearly at the oratory.
What the hell is that?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, whatever it is, I don't think it's friendly.
Over here! Get him!
Ah, o bicho vai lá e... Pô, me prende... Ô, corno, sai daí, mano. Ah, esse é aquele tipo Battlefield Indie, né? Tô ligado qual que é. Ah, porra.
One of the demons. But they never leave the lava.
If I didn't know better, I think this volcano was about to erupt.
Why attack us?
Porra, um bichão atrás do outro, velho. Porra, eu tô meio ferrado aqui de vida, mano. Nossa, me arrombei. Nossa, acertei na hora certinha. Aí sim. Nossa. Porra, quase 40 mil de dano. Aí deu um dano bom. Caralho, viu? O Godzilla ficou doidão aqui, mano. Nossa! Puta merda, me arrombei. Calma aí, Godzilla. Aham. Nossa. Ah, tem que ser agora. Aí. Tchau, tchau pro Godzilla. Tadinho do bichinho.
Just hot. Thank you.
Beba água. Você não pode mamar ninguém de boca seca. Não tem nada na minha água aqui.
The gate to the inner chambers is just up there.
Deixa eu ver.
Then we make for the sanctuary. I need to finish this.
Parece ter nada não. Tá, vambora.
We'll enter the Comric by the Handmaiden's living quarters. It was always a hive of activity.
Sounds like we'll have a hard time staying out of sight.
We won't have to. There's someone there I should very much like to see.
Final de semana eu vou ver se eu zero logo o jogo da Quantic Dream lá, o Detroit. O jogo não é muito longo, não. Dá pra zerar eles final de semana tranquilamente. Igual fazer uma maratonazinha igual eu fiz com The Last of Us. Terminar logo. Não deixa.
Lady Marley. It's me. Python Butler. Jill, it can't be.
It is, my lady.
We cannot talk here. Come with me. I'm so glad you're safe.
And I you.
Why ever would you risk coming back? Are you a fool, girl? Or have you grown tired of your freedom already?
Forgive me, my lady. But I had to come back.
There are things I left undone. Tell me, where is the patriarch?
At this hour, he'll be in the Comric, giving thanks.
You mean... Oh, fiend! Clive, we have to get to the
o Suicide.
now. Lady Marley, you must flee this place, gather your things and go.
Acabei nem me inscrevendo pra testar a parada.
Now listen here, Jill.
We have company.
This way.
Não, a equipe não é merda, a equipe é boa, pô. É jogo como serviço, mas a equipe é boa, pô.
Follow this passage. It leads straight to the Comric. Go on, stop dawdling.
Thank you.
Ó, o esquadrão é da hora, velho.
You were always so kind to me. My light in the darkness. Take care, my lady.
Pô, tubarão rei, bumerangue, mó da hora.
A long and happy life, promise me.
Curioso pra testar esse joguinho aí. Vamos ver se a Warner manda pra nós. Se a Warner mandar, eu vou ter que ir atrás do gameplay, mano. Cara, imagina a surpresa se esse jogo, tipo, for realmente muito bom. Sei lá, se for super bem nas reviews e tal. A galera quebrando a cara. É um caso parecido com... Obviamente, né? Não é exatamente a mesma coisa porque o jogo não era como serviço, mas... Ia ser um caso meio parecido com um jogo do Guardiões da Galáxia, né? Onde que a galera botava fé, falava que o jogo ia ser uma merda, não sei o que, e no final o jogo é muito bom. Valhalla, que você fala, é o... Assassin's Creed? Esse aí eu não tô ligado o que que é, não. Ah, Deck, tu falou Valhalla. O Mirei já tem que jogar. Quando eu assinar o Ubi, foda-se pra jogar lá o Avatar lá, eu vou ver se eu zero. Ele não é longo mesmo? Pô, amanhã eu tenho porrada de coisa pra fazer e ainda quero ver se eu dou uma limpada no setup aqui. Tá precisando, velho. Hoje eu não vou nem dormir muito tarde, não. Hoje era pra me ter feito um monte de coisa, mas eu fiquei mal o dia inteiro. Deu uma melhorada, não fiquei sem comer praticamente nada também o dia inteiro. Só fui comer algo mais à noite. Comi alguma parada que não me fez bem, velho. E eu tô achando que foi leite que eu tomei. Até. Pô, o bicho quer morrer não, mano. Caralho. Morre aí, mano. Tá doido? Tem 4 potions de novo e nenhuma super potion. Obrigado. Eu não sei se o jogo realmente não tem uma forma de eu expandir quantas potions eu posso levar ou eu só tô sendo burro mesmo. É, pra onde que eu vou? Ah, eu vim daqui. E desde que eu vi, umas 10 horinhas já dá pra matar ele, então... Ver se eu jogo ele. Peraí, ou foi daqui que eu vim? Ih, agora não lembro. Não, foi de lá mesmo. Não, foi daqui mesmo. Tá. Pera aí, mulher, vambora. Então se eu vim daqui, então a gente vem pra cá. Espero que eu esteja certo. É, tem vagabundo aqui, então é aqui.
Clive, there's something I need you to know.
Não conte.
I saw the Patriarch do things no one should have to see. And so I swore that he would die by my hand.
I understand. I faced my demons, and you must face yours.
Aí. 2 super potions, vida cheia, 4 potions. Tá. Vai ter que dar.
We're nearly there. Just one last push.
Nossa.
Shiva's Dominant. Come to beg forgiveness for your failure.
For years I followed your orders, fought your wars, all to protect the children you took, just as you took me. And what did you do in return? You put them in chains and you slit their throats!
Fiend. Their souls were sullied with the stain of ether. I merely cleansed them of their corruption. A penance paid, just as the Holy Mother wills it! Repent, abomination! For a monster like you to set foot in the Holy Cymric is in itself a crime deserving of death.
You're right. I am a monster, and my soul is stained black. Though not by ether, but by the evil of men like you, who made me close my heart and drown in darkness when I should have raged against it. This is my penance. I will be your monster no more. Nor will I suffer you to create another.
Does the beast bare its teeth at its master? Come then, Dominant. Rage, be as you have ever been. A monster!
And what are you, Imran? I was forced to kill. You do it by choice. But never again. I bowed to you once. Now it is you who shall bow to me!
Kill them.
E falhou.
Why? Why can't I do it?
Porra, mano, eu tô apertando a porra do botão de esquiva, cara. Pô, que jogo vagabundo.
All right. I won't take long.
Ih, caralho, virou um cachorrão. Nossa, Deus. Ai, 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 agora foi pro caralho mesmo, né? Porra! Ah, filha, agora... Porra! Eu não sei nem mais no que eu tô batendo, não tô nem vendo. É, morri, ó. Pô, acontece, né, mano? Pô, bicho desgraçado. O bicho virou 20 ali naquela hora, mano. Caralho. Nossa, Deus. Aê.
kill.
Ih, caralho.
I'm going to finish this, Clive. Here. Use this.
Um frigel ali. Agora a espada ficou da hora. Ih, cara, deu uma porradão no microfone.
Oh, we destroyed it.
What? Monster! Monster! Do you have any idea what you have done?
I do, Father. I have killed the monster and become an outlaw. May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
It's over.
It is.
And Shiva exacted her price.
She did.
Again, the burden fell to you.
And I bore it willingly. This was a sin for which I had to atone. Now I can continue.
Essa palavra eu já tinha ouvido em algumas outras vezes já. Não é exatamente pai, né? Tipo, é o líder do lugar. É tipo, é basicamente o patriarca ali mesmo. E não acabou, não. Eu até falei, ih, tá faltando a luta de bichão contra bichão. Não teve.
Clive, look.
It's just like the one at Phoenix Gate.
Será que agora o Ifrit aparece?
We need to leave.
Agreed.
Ó.
I kept my promise, and now you keep yours.
Legado. Então, aquele lá não era o Joshua.
This way, Your Grace.
You're bleeding. I have a tonic which will...
I thank you.
É aquela menininha lá.
Truly. But I assure you, I will survive. Please, save your medicines for those who need them most.
Oh, well, if you're sure.
For a moment there, I felt my brother's presence.
You did?
I fear he is in Ultima's thoughts again. But why now, after 5 years of silence? I cannot keep him sealed away much longer.
Your Grace.
No, do not dirty your hands. Look at them all. Like a river flowing to the sea.
Or moths to a flame, perhaps. The crystalline dominion their light in the darkness. More and more lose their homes to the blight and set out in search of sanctuary, while others lose their fortunes to the Dhalmekian levies and leave to find new livelihoods. What is it that you seek in the Dominion, Your Grace?
Oh, Dion Lesage.
You mean the Crown Prince of Sanbrec?
He has many titles. Dion the Bold, Prince of Dragoons,
Amuch.
Odin's Nemesis, or simply Bahamut. I met him once, when we were children. He was a chivalrous soul even then, and has served his empire indefatigably ever since.
And you are confident that he will listen to what you have to say?
Our world lurches ever closer to the abyss, and a hidden hand ushers us onward. Ultima's influence extends to every nation, Sanbrec included. If His Highness is the man I believe him to be, and I pray that he is, this truth will not have escaped his notice. As the mother crystals fall, the eternal flame wavers, and the azure sky begins to bruise. How lucky we were to be blessed by the crystals, and yet how spoiled. Like canaries in a gilded cage, growing fat on seed. But now, the bars are closing in, and we must take flight. Painful though it be to leave our home behind, it is what we must do to be free. Which is it that men cannot live without? A blessing that leads to damnation, or a freedom that leads to deprivation? I do not yet know the answer to that question. Do you, Clive?
Your Grace, let us find a place to rest a while. We can return by the Dhalmekian trail once you have recovered your strength. I realize your duty is pressing, but if your health should fail...
I know. Thank you, Yoto.
army's attempt to breach the Empire's defenses and gain the Isles of Ark has failed yet again.
Only because your fleet has proved as impotent as a eunuch on laying night. Would you rather we simply fell back to the capital?
Enough, both of you. All here agree that the Empire cannot be allowed to maintain its illegitimate claim on the Dominion. However, our casualties mount with each passing day.
There is a literal sea twixt you and your prize. The armies of Sambrek need but sit back and watch as you harmlessly lap against their walls. They are dug in like ticks and seek to draw out this siege, knowing the capital's stores are nigh bottomless. And what of our wise rulers? Goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap. Republican soldiers starve while waiting for orders from Randalar.
If you would but take the field, their bellies would be full by nightfall.
If I take the field, so too will Bahamut, and our duel will shake the island to its foundations. Instead of liberating the Dominion, you would doom it to destruction. Unless that is what you desire.
If our learned advisor has a solution to propose, we should be glad to consider it.
Ah, a vaca aí.
The Emperor's?
What is the meaning of this, Lord Kupka?
What it means is that I am disinclined to advise you any longer. The looks on their faces when you walked through those doors. A perfect picture of stupefaction. They could not believe their eyes. Though I confess, I had my own doubts whether or not you would accept my invitation. Such shocking news. Sid isn't a son of a whore. He's the son of an empress. Your own dear Clive.
Absurd. Who fed you these lies? I have never spent a moment among criminals, save at the gallows. I came here with my son, not to entertain your baseless accusations, but to put an end to the senseless hostilities between our nations.
Very well. You need only agree to the terms I set out. Sid took the life of someone dear to me, a woman by the name of Benedicta. I swore to take his in turn. This would not be disagreeable to you, I take it. You would finally be rid of the stain on your noble name. In return, I will leave Sanbrek in your capable hands. Your Imperial Majesty.
Nossa.
all for the love of a common whore.
Nossa, que ódio que dá de só de olhar pra cara dessa mulher.
One cannot hide one's breeding. And beasts will ever belong with beasts.
Nossa, cara, dá muito ódio só de olhar pra cara dessa mulher, cara. Puta que pariu.
There are greater things in store for you, my darling Olivier. Soon enough, you shall be the crown prince of Sambrec. And when your father goes to meet Great Griga, you shall be emperor of all you survey. The old order shall come tumbling down, and you will rebuild the world in your glorious image. Soon.
She's been in there for hours. Something must be wrong.
Sancfordian, do you?
Ô, doido, aí sim, hein? Espada de platina.
Should last you a good while. No scratches, right? Not bad, if I do say so myself. Yeah, that should do you. Not my best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later. And?
And what can I do for you? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Foi a espada que eu já comprei, né?
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Eu tinha aquilo ali e acabei não usando,
I'll
né?
find a better price than
O bagulho custa caro pra caralho também. Aqui, ó.
Finished, are you?
Tem caçadas novas. Bichinho bonitinho demais. Tá, então temos aí um Slane. Tá em Rosária. Aí temos o outro bichão que também tá em Rosária. Os dois são de ranking B. Depois eu faço.
I've done what I can, but the rest is up to you. You need to start taking better care of yourself.
Isso, gente. Gente.
Understood. And thank you.
curse has spread. Make sure she rests.
If it hurts, you can tell me, you know. I'll understand.
I can bear it.
But you shouldn't have to. Not anymore.
This isn't just your struggle, Clive. It's ours. And when we see how hard you fight, it inspires us to do the same. Or would you rather we left you to save the world all on your own?
No. That's not... Ignore me.
Alguém vai atrapalhar, quer ver? Só falta. É óbvio que, é óbvio que alguém ia atrapalhar.
In here.
What's wrong?
Rosaria's under attack.
What?
This isn't the Dalmekian army we're talking about. It's the men of the Rock from Drake's Fang. Hugo Kupka's private guard. There is in hell in Rosalith, trying to batter down the castle gates.
Looking for me.
Seems that way. Reckon old Hugo has finally worked out who Sid really is.
Then this is just another trap.
It's a trap, all right. The daddy of all fucking traps.
I'm going to Rosalith.
You're not serious. That's exactly what he wants you to do, Clive.
Look, I don't know why Kupka harbors such a grudge against Sid. But as long as it's left to fester, our world will never know peace. He has dragged the rest of Storm into this pointless war just to find me. Besides which, I am not about to stand and watch while my home gets ground into the dirt. Hugo Kupka must die.
I've lost enough friends to that man already. I don't want to lose any more. So let's go and kill the bastard.
I'm coming too. After all, we're in this together.
All right. I should probably speak to Otto before leaving. We need to know what we're getting ourselves into.
Agora ele vai estar no grupo junto, né? Ok. Mas eu vou salvar o jogo aqui.